Good morning. Welcome to the Point. Well, the primary election in Michigan is now history. Some of your candidates may have won, others may have lost, but one thing we know for sure, there's an intense battle coming up in the race for governor. This morning, we're going to go back and listen to the acceptance speeches of the two major party candidates. We begin with Democrat Gretchen Whitmer.
Thank you, everybody. I am so humbled by all of your support and the work that you did. I got to start by thanking my family. My daughters, Sydney and Sherry, my husband, Mark, my stepson, Mason, my dad, my sister, Liz, my brother, Richard. All of them have made enormous sacrifices over the course of the last year and a half, and I wouldn't be here without their love and support. So thank you. I want to thank Bridget, and I want to thank Corey, the two people that have inspired me on this campaign trail, even on the toughest, hardest days. I think about hardworking moms like Bridget and good kids like Corey and his brothers and sisters. That's who I fight for every single day. So thank you both for being here. And I'm thrilled that Senator Stabenow is here. I am so grateful to be on the ticket with her this fall. And of course, Mayor Mike Duggan, who's been a phenomenal partner on this campaign trail and going to be a partner when we take office, right? And I want to thank everyone in this room. Everyone here has contributed in one way or another, and we are standing here primed to win in November, primed. It is because of all of you that we now have the opportunity to reject the politics of division and exclusion, the politics of just taking care of a few at the expense of us all. In November, we will win this election. But before we talk too much about that, I want to take a moment and acknowledge my opponents in the Democratic primary, Sheree Tanadar, Abdul El-Sayed, and Bill Cobbs. I was proud to share a stage with these men, and I have to tell you this, I was even prouder to be on a Democratic ticket that was having a great debate among the most diverse group of candidates in Michigan history. I extend a hand out to them. We have already talked tonight. There is a place for you as we move forward. I appreciate your spirit and your energy. I appreciate your ideas and what you have meant to this party. Let's work together and get this done. And of course, to the thousands of people who were their supporters, this is a big tent. Join us. Come on inside. Because government works best when passionate people participate, when we debate ideas, when we roll up our sleeves and solve problems together. Because we got a lot of work to do. We need to throw Bill Schuette a big retirement party comes November 6th. Now, if you've been paying attention on this campaign or you've seen my commercials or you ever heard me speak, I'm going to tell you what I tell everyone. I love Michigan. I am proud to be a Michigander. I never considered living anywhere else, and I'm raising my family here in this great state. And I can tell you this, as a child, I never once worried about literacy or drinking water or infrastructure. And yet, our leaders have failed us, and that's exactly what this campaign is all about, taking care of the families of this state, right? Our leaders have failed us, but we are going to make the change we deserve in this state. underfunding our schools, crumbling infrastructure, and water we can't drink. We know we deserve better, and we are ready to fight, right? We need a governor who knows how to get things done, who's ready to roll up her sleeves and get to work. It's time to clean up our drinking water and improve our skills through better education and skills training. It's time to make affordable all of our health care so everyone gets covered, and to repeal the retirement tax, and yes, to fix the damn roads. All right, now, I think after the last 2 years, we know that governance should not be done via tweet, right? And it should not be done with threats or lies or hate, because hate is not a Michigan value. I am proud of our state. We have done great things here. We are the home of the auto industry, the arsenal of democracy, and the birthplace of the middle class. Michigan was the place that people used to move to from all around the world for opportunity, a good job, great schools, clean water, safe roads. We valued our neighbors and our diverse communities. Those are Michigan values. And now it's time for us to look to the future. We need to ensure that Michigan is the place where our kids and grandkids can thrive. Because we all know this, that all children have potential, but not all have opportunity. And that's what is on us to make sure they do. The opportunity to dream, to live with dignity, to raise their own families. The opportunity to speak out and to participate, to contribute, to learn, to succeed, to live their lives free from discrimination, no matter the color of their skin, what they look like, who they love, or how they worship. There is a lot of work to do, but I know we are up to it, right? All right. I know, Tracy? All right, thank you, Tracy. You should see her socks. They got my face on it. It's so weird. But I know we are up to it. Do you know why? Because 60 years ago, we in Michigan did what no one thought was possible. We built a bridge. It connected our two peninsulas. It connected our people, and it drove our economy forward. No one thought we could build a suspension bridge that long. Everyone doubted if you could even build one over the Straits of Mackinac where two Great Lakes meet, but we did it. And it connected our people. It connected our people, and it drove our economy forward. And I say, in a time where some people want to build walls, we in Michigan are going to get back to building bridges. So, enjoy a few more minutes tonight. Maybe get a little bit of sleep. And let's roll up our sleeves and get back to work tomorrow. Let's get it done!
Before the former senator gave her acceptance speech, we heard from the Republican nominee, and you will again next. To the Point. Welcome back to the Point. As we pointed out, the primary election is now over, and we're reviewing what the two major party candidates for governor had to say after learning they won those nominations. Now, here's what Attorney General, now Republican nominee for governor, Bill Schuette had to say.
Oh, what a night. And on a night like this, there is no place I'd rather be than Midland, Michigan. Now, it's my home. It's our home. And not far from here, my mom and dad had their first home and started our family. And where we now stand, my father and stepfather both worked in labs at Dow. And Midland is where I learned the value of hard work, the inseparable bond of family, faith, and community, and an unfailing belief in Michigan, the state we all are proud to call home. That's right. And, you know, as we crisscross the beauty of Michigan in this journey of service, there is no finer partner than my wonderful wife, Cynthia. And Cynthia will be a tremendous First Lady of the state of Michigan. It's true. And our marvelous and talented children, Heidi and Bill, your mom and I love you both very much. Well, we did it. And we did it. And tonight I'm proud to be your Republican nominee for governor of Michigan. And to my competitors in the Republican primary, thank you for your commitment to the state and your work in service to Michigan. And to those who supported other fine candidates, I hope to earn your support as we move forward. And whatever differences, thank you. Thank you, Ron. And whatever differences we may have, it is my hope starting tonight that we can unite in our common goal: more jobs, greater growth, and bigger paychecks for Michigan families. That's our goal. And united, the Republican team is strong. It brought back Michigan from the clutches of the lost decade. It helped us get off the mat. And with continued Republican leadership, Michigan will start winning again. Michigan, it's time to win again. We know tonight is a milestone in our journey, but it's not the destination. In fact, tonight the campaign only begins, and the choice just now is becoming clear. My agenda: more jobs, greater growth, and bigger paychecks for Michigan families. Senator Whitmer's: a job-killing, tax-hiking, extreme agenda that will take us back to the days of the Great Recession. And if you thought Jennifer Granholm was bad, well, look out. Gretchen Whitmer would be worse. Now, Senator Whitmer called the Granholm tax hikes too small. She wanted families to take home less so government could spend more. She was the most liberal member of the Michigan legislature, and Whitmer was one of the architects of the Granholm policies that resulted in the lost decade. 500,000 jobs lost, 15% unemployment, and a mass population exodus from which we have yet to fully recover. But just as we've begun to get back on our feet, she would take us back to a time of shuttered industries, dashed dreams, and higher taxes. And maybe worst of all, our children leaving home in search of opportunity elsewhere. Let me ask you, Michigan, do you want to go backwards? No! Do you want to send our jobs to Texas and our auto manufacturers to California? No! Do you want to return to higher taxes and fees on every activity? No! Do you want a Granholm sequel in Lansing, one that is worse than the first? No! Well, you got it right, I got to tell you. So, under Whitmer's tax and spend agenda, nothing is free from a tax or a fee. Not birth, not death, not marriage. not even potato growing. Now, and you heard me right. You see, Gretchen Whitmer supported higher fees on potato growers. And as the former head potato boy at the Ponderosa Steakhouse, I take great exception to that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we won't go back. We're going forward because we're Michigan, and it's time to start winning again. And we need to start growing again. And I will not be a governor managing Michigan's decline to a smaller, less significant state. No, I will be a jobs governor leading the way for more jobs and bigger paychecks, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're going. My plan is pro-jobs, pro-growth, and pro-paycheck. And it starts with the complete elimination of the grand home income tax increase. That's where it starts. There's nothing more permanent than a temporary tax hike, you know. So let's end this clunker and wipe it off the books once and for all, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do that. And let me say, you know, the state that gave the world the automobile should not be paying the highest auto insurance rates in the country. And I will cut auto rates and give Michigan families a big pay raise, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're going. Now, Cynthia and I and our children proudly attended public schools right here in Midland. But today, Michigan's third grade reading scores are among the lowest in America. That's unacceptable. It's outrageous. The current plan has failed. It gets an F. Michigan and America must be a place of hope and opportunity. And every child, every single child is born with a sense of wonder. And we must unlock in every child a love of learning. And the key is being the ability to read. But if you can't spell opportunity, and if you can't read the directions to the shining city on a hill, you're not just out of luck, but you're out of hope. When I am governor, Michigan's children will read. And we'll place a renewed emphasis on an investment in vocational education, skilled trades and apprenticeship programs. Our high school graduates who have the skill and expertise to work with their brains and their hands possess great value. And they're the foundation of strong middle-class jobs leading to strong middle-class families. So to be clear, our high school graduates, whether they choose to be college ready or career ready, they must be ready, and when I'm governor, they will be, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Now, you know, investing in Michigan's future also means investing in our infrastructure. And Michigan must be a leader, a first world state in every sense. A first world state in every sense. But today, we have third world roads. And that's a dead-end street for Michigan. Our bridges are decrepit, our streets are crumbling, and our highways are deteriorating. And here's another key difference between Senator Whitmer and me. I believe we don't have to raise taxes to fix our infrastructure, but we do have to set priorities, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we need to do. And when I'm governor, roads will be an absolutely critical priority for me in Michigan, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Now, in this campaign, you're going to hear a lot of noise and negativity from the other side. But people want results, not political antics. My record of service to Michigan is strong. As Attorney General, I led the way to combat human trafficking. And by changing the culture in Michigan, today, women who are exploited and are forced to have sex are treated as victims, not criminals. That's what we've done. I found the funding to prosecute serial rapists and provide justice for victims of sexual assault. In Flint, it's all about accountability. And I don't care whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. There's one system of justice, and the same rules apply to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Flint's about. And Larry Nassar, he abused and violated so many young women. I prosecuted Nassar, and he is now behind bars for the rest of his life. So now, the next 90 days and beyond. Michigan is a unique state among the 50, a place whose history is exceeded only by the potential of even greater promise. And here's the decision in November. Do we want to go forward or do we go back? Forward! We are going forward. We're not going back. And Michigan must be a state of big dreams, boundless hopes, and unlimited aspirations. And Michigan can be a growth state, a paycheck state, a job state. And I will be Michigan's jobs governor. And I reject those who say our best days are behind us. No, our best days are just ahead of us. With the right policies, the right team, and the right leadership, there's nothing that we cannot accomplish. And Michigan can be the best place in America to plant your flag, build your future, and raise your family. Michigan, it's time to win again. It's time to win again. Well, it's time to win again, and it started tonight with a big win, and we will finish the job when we win in November. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll be back with another thought on the governor's race next. To the point. Last Sunday, Bernie Sanders was in Michigan campaigning for one of the Democratic candidates who didn't win the nomination. The day after the election, the Vice President, Mike Pence, was in Grand Rapids trying to unify Republicans. We know here in Michigan the race for governor is important, but it's important nationally too. So you can expect the next 80+ days to be intense and expect us to cover every step of the way. Join us every Sunday morning when we talk about it. To the point.